Recently, we did a video where we talked about how immigrants in the West who feel burnt out, stuck, and unwelcome should consider relocating. But that video raised a lot of eyebrows, and we completely understand because we were always told that it's the West where you go to get a better life.
But data shows that for the past 5 years, almost 5 million people have left the West for better life. In this video, we are going to talk about 6 countries that offer the opportunity for people to become expats rather than living as an immigrant in the West.
And watch till the very end because it will save you countless hours of research because we have selected the criteria based on what immigrants actually value the most in the West.
If you're new to this channel, we are Nabil and Zanesta, and we are a location-independent family who took a career break to slow travel the world and build a freedom-based online business.
Now, before we share the 6 countries, I want to get something out of the way. Some of you may be wondering that if I am a successful immigrant in the West, I have hit the jackpot, right? Because that is what I've always pursued or worked towards. But the reality is that, like us, a lot of immigrants who actually go to the West and tick all the checklists that they had, such as a car, a house, great job, the passport, etc. It's just common based on Maslow's law that you start thinking about what's next. And is this it? A lot of people sort of sit on that and they just accept it for what it is. But there are some people who cannot let that itch go away. And also, let's be honest, the landscape in the West is changing. It's changing ever so rapidly. And it might no longer be conducive and no longer be aligned to why we actually came to the West in the first place.
Take, for example, the lack of safety. Anti-immigrant sentiments are rising across the West, with hate crimes in the US up to 20% in the year 2022. Or think about high cost of living. Despite decent salaries, immigrants often struggle with soaring housing prices, healthcare, and education costs. And what about the crumbling health and school system? Healthcare systems face long wait times and rising out-of-pocket costs. And many schools are introducing topics like gender fluidity, which can clash with many immigrant families' cultural values.
First up, Malaysia, specifically Kuala Lumpur. If you look at the cost of living, a 2-bedroom modern apartment costs around $500 to $800 per month, and local meals are as cheap as $1 to $3. If you talk about safety, Malaysia ranks 29th on the Global Peace Index for 2023, making it one of the safest countries in Southeast Asia. If you're a family traveling to Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, in terms of schooling, it has excellent international schools like Kiara International School with annual fees around $10,000 to $15,000. If you talk about healthcare, Malaysia offers high-quality healthcare at affordable prices. Expat can access world-class hospitals like Prince Court Medical Center with consultation fees costing around $20 to $50. And the most important thing, inclusivity. Malaysia is a multicultural country with a large expat community, making it welcoming for immigrants.
Another option in Malaysia is Penang, which is pretty much the same as KL, except that it is much more cheaper and it is one of the best places for foodies. However, one of the differences is that there are a lot lesser international flights in Penang in comparison to KL, which is obviously KL is a much more bigger city.
Next up, Portugal, specifically Lisbon. A lot of people from the West would like to move to Europe, but they might not be that comfortable with some of the weather or the cold weather that you get in some Western European countries or some of the high cost of living there. So Portugal gives that perfect opportunity to find that balance in Western Europe. Firstly, let's talk about cost of living. You can get a 2-bedroom apartment in the city center for anywhere between $1,000 to $1,500 USD a month. In terms of safety, Portugal ranks 6th in the Global Safety Index and is considered one of the most safest countries in the world. In terms of schooling for your kids, Portugal has one of the best international schools in the world with prices prices ranging anywhere between 10 to 20,000 US dollars a year, which is compared to some of the private schools in the West is way more affordable. In terms of healthcare, Portugal has one of the best public healthcare systems in Europe, and private healthcare is also quite affordable, especially when you compare it to USA. The country is known for its high quality of healthcare, and a doctor's visit would cost you anywhere between $50 to $100 per visit. But of course, if you have private health insurance, that can be reduced further. Lastly, let's talk about inclusivity and wanting to feel welcome and part of the community. Portugal is considered one of the most inclusive countries in the world, and it's a top tourist destination. So there are people from all over the world coming to Portugal, especially Lisbon. So the locals are quite friendly. Of course, sometimes you would get some pushback when it comes to too much tourism, but overall, I would say that, having visited Portugal a couple of times, we have found the locals to be extremely generous and very welcoming.
Next up is Thailand, especially Chiang Mai in northern Thailand. Now, if you look at cost of living, a two-bedroom apartment in Chiang Mai can cost around $300 to $600 per month. And if you're looking at local meals, it could be as cheap as $1 to $2. Chiang Mai is one of the most safest cities in Thailand, and the crime rate over there is pretty low. If you're talking about schooling, international schools like Chiang Mai International School can cost you about $5,000 to $10,000 per year in annual fees. Thailand is famous for its affordable and high quality healthcare. There is hospitals like Chiang Mai Rai Hospital, which offers consultation as little as $20, and medical tourism is one of the major industries here in Thailand. And the most important thing of all, Thailand is known as the land of smiles. So the locals are very welcoming and very warm towards people coming in.
Fourth, let's talk about Argentina in South America, especially Buenos Aires. This option is for those in North America, in the USA or Canada, who would like to stay close to home, or even people who have been in other Western countries and have always wanted to live in South America. In terms of cost of living, a two-bedroom apartment in the city center would cost you anywhere between $500 to $800 US dollars a month. Next, in terms of safety, this city is considered one of the safest in South America, and expat-friendly neighborhoods such as Palermo or Recoleta sees almost hardly any crime at all. In terms of schooling, you've got some great options such as the Lincoln International Academy, and international schools cost anywhere between $5,000 to $10,000 US dollars a year. Argentina actually has a pretty robust healthcare system, and private healthcare is also quite affordable. A doctor's visit would cost you anywhere between $30 to $60, and their doctors are considered one of the most skilled in the world. In terms of inclusivity, Argentina is known for welcoming expats, and you've actually got ethnicities from all over the world, and you've got a massive, European population as well. So the locals and the expats actually live quite in harmony, and they're quite open and friendly, and they've just got a different vibe to it.
Next up is Vietnam, specifically Ho Chi Minh City. Now, if you're looking at cost of living, a two-bedroom apartment can cost between $500 to $800 US dollars per month. And if you're talking about local meals, it can cost about $1 to $2, which is extremely cheap and affordable. Vietnam ranks 41 in the Global Peace Index for the year 2023, with low crime rates in expat areas. There are plenty of international schools in Ho Chi Minh, and it can cost around $10,000 to $20,000 per year in annual fee. Vietnam also offers very affordable healthcare, with consultation fees ranging between $10 to $30. There's hospital like FB Hospital in Ho Chi Minh City, which provides international standard healthcare. If you talk about inclusivity, Ho Chi Minh has a growing community of expats and very friendly locals that really embrace people coming from abroad. Another option in Vietnam could be Hanoi, which is the capital city and very close to all the tourist attractions.
Lastly, let's talk about the United Arab Emirates, especially Dubai. Compared to all these other 5 countries that we have mentioned in this video, it is definitely way more pricey or expensive to live there. But this is an option for those people who actually want to live smack bang in the middle of the world with great time zones, as well as access to a quick hop onto a flight to anywhere in the world. And some of these people actually already have high-paying remote job or a business that allows them to live there. So it's an option for those people. Because at the end of the day, if you want to call a truly global city, I don't think there is a better definition than Dubai. In terms of cost of living, a 2-bedroom apartment in one of the most popular districts in Dubai would cost you anywhere between $1,500 to $2,000 a month. Of course, you can live in much more luxury, but the sky is the limit when it comes to Dubai. In terms of safety, Dubai is considered one of the most safe cities in the world, and social media is actually filled with videos of people leaving their wallets or something in a busy shopping mall, or even on the hood of their car, and they come back after an hour or two and it's still there. Crime is just almost negligible in this city. In terms of schooling, you've got a wide range of schooling because in Dubai, the local population is actually way low in percentage, and majority of the city's population is expats, so you've got a lot of international schooling options. You can look to pay anywhere between 15 to 25,000 USD a year. In terms of healthcare, Dubai has one of the best healthcare in the world, and while healthcare is actually high quality, it's sort of on par to private healthcare in the West when it comes to the cost. A lot of the times you can actually get around this because you've got, a lot of packages and a lot of private insurance options for expats as well. And lastly, in terms of inclusivity, because Dubai is such a global city, you get, people from all over the world, you get food and culture from all over the world, and they're very, sort of welcome. So I think there isn't a more inclusive place in the world than Dubai. As long as you follow their rules and respect their cultures, there should be no problem living in Dubai when it comes to being somewhere from outside of Dubai. There you have it, 6 countries for you to consider if you are a successful immigrant but would like to relocate from the West. However, if you are somebody who loves your job and your life in the West, good luck to you. There's no issues with that. But if you are someone who's unfulfilled and feel a little bit trapped and considering a different options, we hope this video was helpful for you.
Please do not forget to subscribe to our channel. It helps us create more videos like this.
And before we let you go, we did this other video about why we left Australia after 15 years. We'll link it for you in the description.
And that's all from us today. See you next week. Bye-bye.